Hello, people of the internet. I'm the Plan, and welcome back to the Kilmac League with the highlights packages. Now, Bayern Kilmeaden and Atletico Sunflower Shop we have coming up. It was the first of our 9 games in the highlights package, and it was Tambango Shango Krong Chapman played through, and he almost didn't score, but he did get through, and he looks like he's going to have a fantastic season. He's certainly finding his scoring grace very early on. And Kilmeaden weren't done, and Tambango wasn't done either. He tapped home his second goal. So as I said, yeah, he is already on 4 goals this season after 3 games. So certainly a very dynamic player. And Byron Kilmeaden weren't done scoring either. Luis Figo played through by Kronk Chapman, and just looking for something to do with it. Very unselfish from Figo actually. Probably could have scored himself, but no, he gives it in to Hadji, and Hadji makes it 3-0. So yeah, very dominant display from the Jeezy boys. But they would have time to score one more. Kim Jong-un rattling the back of the net with that shot. So 4-0, very, very convincing win. No chance really for Atletico Sunflower Shop at all. And it looks like, to be honest with you, it's going to be a very long season for them. They haven't won a game. They don't look like they're going to win a game. I would put money on them winning at least one game. I don't think they're going to go winless. But yeah, definitely relegation battle. Anyway, Central United were leading the league heading into this game thanks to the massive goal difference advantage they got in their 9-1 thumping of John Walters FC here at the top of the road last week. And they were hoping for something similar against a struggling Rainbow Hall side, and they got off to the dream start with Spoderman scoring that goal, just tucking it away beautifully inside the post, and making it 1-0 in the first half. Excellent play, really, from Centra. They look like they're going to be a good team to watch now. I would keep my eye on them if I were you. But heading into the dying minutes of the game, Rainbow Hall were determined to get an equaliser. And, the pass and play here is actually very, very good from Rainbow Hall. I haven't expected this from them, especially after they got hammered 5-1 by St. Declan's. But no, to be fair to them, they rallied and they scored. Mr. Sheehan, this is Mr. Sheehan with hair, by the way, yes, because there are 2 Mr. Sheehans. I'm going to be honest with you, that was a mistake, but I'm rolling with it now because, why not? But anyway, that was the way it finished. So a surprise draw, really, very, very surprising. Rainbow Hall to hold Central to that. Certainly not a result Central would have wanted. It does ruin their perfect record, but at least it's not a loss. So they are still 7 points and very much in the hunt for the title. Now, Dunhill Electrical Company and Rathgormack Dynamos on the Camp Nou is the next game we have up for grabs, and Osama bin Laden was looking to get off, the mark, but very good chances fashioned early on by both sides. And then Rathgormack Dynamos got forward, and it was they who broke the deadlock, making it 1-0 in the 53rd minute. So yeah, it was Drogba. I forgot to edit his dreadlocks, but anyway, what happened? It's the name, so you can probably tell. Anyway, so then a corner for Rathgormack, and they were looking to score from this, and a good chance for them, but they didn't take it. Fortunately for them, it would be given straight back to them by Dunhill, and Drogba then. He can't score himself here, can he? Oh no, he can. Sorry, yeah. Sometimes I forget. There's so many these games now. I can't remember what happens in all of them. So yeah, but anyway, Drogba makes it 2-0, and you'd be forgiven for thinking the game was over at this point. But Dunhill were resolute. They didn't give up. To be fair to them, they went looking for that consolation goal. So yeah, Bobby Charlton obviously came on, but. That was a brilliant ball there. Like, you can't argue with that. That is an excellent ball, and Osama bin Laden finishes it. Really, really nice. 90th minute, so there isn't that time left to get an equaliser, or so you would be led to believe. Anyway, they would get one more chance at the Camp Nou, of course, which we all know is in Dunhill. But yeah, so there we go. Rathgormack making, so they think it's all over, but Dunhill would get one more chance, as I said, and they would have to take it extremely well. So as you can see, we're running out of time, but Osama bin Laden then gets it again, and he's looking for someone to give it to, because he can't give it back. Remember, he gives it too far back, it's going to be all over. So Mega Mary Dunbar then plays it in, Mark Allen, and I thought that was going to be too far back, so I played it in immediately, and then Mega Mary Dunbar gets it, and it's just been played around the edge of the box, and finally someone finds Osama bin Laden to get the second goal. Fair play to him. He's has scored in 96 minutes anyway to rescue a point, the first point of the season for Dunhill, especially after that tough loss to Kents last week. It is a huge boost for them, demoralising though for Kilmac Dynamos, who have only got 2 points so far from this campaign. But yeah, they are still ahead of Dunhill, so I suppose they are the ones who won at the end of the day. Anyway, so now we have Domino's Pizza and Kill Disco. Kill Disco, I'll be honest with you, they kind of look like an Atletico Sunflower Shop style team. They're going to struggle for points this season. Domino's is kind of hard to tell. They will, I think, be mid-table, but you know, it's still early days. Anyway, but it was Kill Disco himself who scored the first goal. A brilliant header there from a brilliant cross, and Domino's kind of left a bit shell-shocked there. But they would eventually give up a goal after this kick-out was lost. Yeah, just another defensive error. Donald Dungo Trumpango putting it through Papa Jonathan, and Papa Jonathan fires it home. 1-1 the score. But what everyone wanted to know was, would there be time for a winner? And as you can tell, well, as you can see, there was definitely one late goal already this week, and there was time for another one. Kill Disco giving it to Gerard Muller, and Gerard Muller getting the second goal of the game, and almost immediately after Domino's retaliated. So everyone wanted to know, was there time for another goal? There certainly is time for another goal, as Domino's Pizza Zimbabwe retaliated almost immediately, giving it to Papa Jonathan, and then it is Kylian Mbappe, I believe. No, it's not, sorry. But anyway, that is the luckiest deflection I have ever seen. Definitely another one to add to the scrappy goals collection, but it's Robert Mugabe. Sorry, the quality when rendering isn't great, so I can't really tell the names. But anyway, Robert Mugabe getting should I do scrappiest goal of the year competition? Leave a comment below if I should do scrappiest goal of the year competition, and I will do that, because there's certainly a lot of contenders. But anyway, 2-2, sharing the spoils, but certainly a very entertaining game. And now you have Greenway Rovers and Tesco Ballyweg Wanderers. Greenway Rovers having a tough loss here to AS Flavins last week, 4-0. They still do have the 1 point though. But Tesco Ballyweg look stunning, like that goal from Eugene Power. Just an excellent finish from the man himself, who was formerly St. Nicholas' main man, but you know, as you say, he's had a rough relation with that. And then just a lovely header. I love when the ball hangs in the air like that. There's just something so lovely about it. When it's not a bullet header, but it just you know, floats in. Lovely. Anyway, that wasn't the last time they would score, as Tesco Ballyweg himself scored a goal. So yeah, they're 3-0 up, and they're doing fairly well for themselves. But to be fair to Greenway Rovers, they didn't give up, and Jordan Curry got into the box and he fired home a nice finish into the bottom corner and make it 3-1. So yeah, things are certainly not over yet. And then, to be fair to them, they actually got another goal, so 3-2. And you have to say the comeback is on Jordan Curry getting his second goal of the game. So it is 3-2, and it looks like we could have another late piece of late drama. But the only other late goal we got was this one from Tesco, and it's Mo Salah who gets it. 94th minute, it is 4-2, and geez, it looks like the pieces are coming together now. They had a disaster of a season last season, but Tesco Ballyweg this season look like they mean business. I would certainly expect them to challenge for the league based on the form they're currently in. I think this is their third win from 3 games. So yes, would it? I don't know. I'm just confused. It probably. Oh no, sorry, it is. Yes, it is. So they are on 9 points. I just remembered. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, they're on 9 points now. Excellent. You know, Mo Salah just kind of a dummy in the keeper, didn't know which way to go, and yeah, I am very excited for this team. With the likes of Eugene Power and Mo Salah on the attacking side of the ball. You're definitely going to score a lot of goals, and with the 5 at the back they're playing, they're not going to concede a lot either. But to be fair to Greenway Rovers, they give it a good whack. It's certainly not going to be a title challenging season, but I would expect them to still finish mid-table. Speaking of title challenging teams though, Kilmac Thomas AFC look resurgent this season. They did have a bit of a hiccup against Rathcormac, but they soon recovered and righted that. And then just really poor defending from Fire Station allowed Patrick Morrissey in, and they made it 1-0 to the boys from Carabaha Park. And yeah, a free kick then from Diego Maradona. Somehow it just would not go in. The amount of times this ball could have potentially gone in, and it just didn't. It's heartbreaking for Fire Station, and they don't even get a corner out of it. Anyway, yeah. So sometimes that happens, and yeah, I thought this ball would stay out. It did. So plenty of very close scoring chances, and it was in the second half that that happened. I mean, that's an incredible save. I love, as I've mentioned, I love when the AI makes a brilliant save. And Fireman Sam, to be fair to him, I mean, I made him a deliberately shit keeper, but no, he did try his best, and he's probably the best player on this team, which doesn't say a lot for the team, to be fair. But anyway, Patrick Marcy would eventually break Fire Station Hearts in the 83rd minute with that goal, and 2-0 the final score. Yeah, so very disappointing for Fire Station. They did put up a spirited performance away to a tough side, but yeah, it looks like it's going to be a long season for them too. But one game I was really looking forward to, I was very excited for this one, Kiersey's United and TFR Room 55, both teams having won a game this season, but not perfect, so yes, it's certainly a mid-table clash already, but a very fun looking game. And Keen Power amazingly didn't go for the goal there, but hooked it back to Room 55 Fishy, who hammered it home to make it 1-0 very early on in the game. Oh, sorry, no, that's 30th minute. I don't know what I'm saying. Anyway, yeah. Then Room 55 had a chance to make it 2-0 there, but the volley just going wide of the post there. The second half though, Kiersey's came out and with a resolve to tie the game. Hoogie Bap Spingy there, firing home to make it 1-1, and an excellent goal there. So Kiersey's definitely looking to regain form, but Room 55 looking to keep the momentum they have going. But Hoogie Bap Spingy takes it excellently and scores that goal to make it 2-1 after 52 minutes. So immediately in the second half, 6 minutes into the second half, they have reversed the scoreline, and they weren't done. But despite some poor defending, or sorry, yeah, sorry, what I mean is because of poor defending. Anyway, so that is Babongo, I think, who scored that. But to be fair to Room 55, they didn't give up. Keen Power got that goal. Or sorry, that's Caelan Quinn. I beg your pardon. Caelan Quinn, of course, who scored in week 1. But yeah, anyway, came off the bench again. 3-2 the score, but a disaster nearly struck with that. Paul Casey coming way too far off his line there. But it is still 3-2, and a very if they can get a draw here, Room 55 would be very happy. And the header there, an excellent save from John Power, saved the game for Kiersey, saved the result. A 3-2 win, hard fought, very exciting game. Tough loss for Room 55. They have 1-1, drawn 1, and lost 1 now. Kiersey's though move on to 6 points, and now we have St. Declan's Athletic and AS Flavins. So yeah, AS Flavins look like they're going to be a pretty unstoppable juggernaut this season with the attacking talent they have up front, and they pretty much ramified that. But it's like, you know, that's pretty shit goalkeeping, to be honest with you. But Therese and Keane receiving the cross from Ferry Puskas, you know, I mean, probably should have scored like just I don't know anymore. But anyway, then Keane Mulhern was through on goal, and yeah, miles of space. I don't know how he's afforded that. Generally, to be fair, there was nothing she could do there. 2-0 the scoreline. Keane Mulhern with a goal. So yeah, the rivalry between Mulhern and Keane continues, but it can only be a good thing for AS Flahavens. They win 2-0 here, a very convincing win. St. Declan's didn't really threaten the goal much at all in this game. But yeah, that's where we finished at the all-weather pitch, 2-0 to the away side, who continue their perfect record. It is a perfect record, yeah. Yes, it is. Anyway, now we have Dungarvan, who are yet to score in this league, up against St. Mary's Hurling. And it looked like things were going to be very different very early on when this cross came in, and it was Eusebio who headed it home, the first goal of the season for the Western Waterford representatives. So yeah, very encouraging signs. They did create a lot of attacking chances, but it was St. Mary's who would have the next one, and they would take it well with Bernie Casey, the experienced striker that she is, getting that goal. Yeah, so nothing much they could do there, just kind of, I suppose, close down better. But anyway, then Brendan Goff takes it, but he is dispossessed, and the ball is given through to Tommy Harty, who finds the back of the net. He's done well to stay onside there, and it's excellent work from Dungarvan. They're 2-1 up now, so they're doing extremely well away to a tough team. But yeah, then Bernie Casey got through on goal, and very lucky not to concede there. they do certainly have a fair share of leaks in the defence that they're going to have to tighten up. But anyway, half time, and it's 2-1, so they really can't believe their luck at all. They will be hoping to hold on to this lead and perhaps add to it in the second half. So I have to say though, plenty of attacking talent, and they did they score here? I don't know. But yeah, they certainly did try to score, and it was Creation on the wing who he got it out to, and he tries to swing it in. He hits it, but very nearly from Sean O'Neill, a spectacular goal, but it only results in a goal kick. Jeez, this has been going on for 15 minutes. Sorry, I think I just filmed way too many highlights for this. Anyway, sorry, so if you're still with me, yeah, so Gavin robbed the ball there and put the ball through for a great goal chance, and a bicycle kick there from Tommy Harty. That would have been an excellent goal, but no, they like the amount of chances this team had, and then Becca had almost scoring that goal. Like, oh, it seems if that went in. But yeah, you have to think they would come to rue all these missed chances, and they did with St Mary's getting forward Pontypridd Zimbabwe down the left-hand wing. Yes, left-hand wing. And Bernie Casey having no trouble at all, finding the back of the net, making it 2-2 between the two sides. Yes, this is the last game. That's alright. Anyway, it was a very hard-fought game, and they did try to get their win back. But unfortunately for Gavin, no dice. So anyway, I've been Plan. Thanks for watching my video. Like, see more, like, comment, and subscribe, and see you tomorrow for the